This case of a caregiver who killed her charge is just sad on so many levels. The woman in this story can't be named under Australian law, and we're going to respect that, and we're going to call her Rhonda. On October 24th, 2016, Rhonda called the police to her ex-husband's home in Melbourne, in the state of Victoria, Australia. There, Harold, the ex-husband, who had suffered an earlier stroke, was found stabbed to death. He was 73. Rhonda was arrested and charged with Harold's murder. She had no criminal history. When it came time for her to plead to the charge, she would plead not guilty by reason of mental impairment. Rhonda had been divorced from her husband, but cared for him after his stroke. She was 69 and had once been a nurse. She was described as a happy, chirpy woman, but in the months leading up to October 2016, things had become dark, very dark. She began to fear, wrongly, that she was being investigated for defrauding Centrelink. That's the organization that delivers Social Security in Australia, and for not filing tax returns. She became worried about the idea that Harold would be sent into respite care if she was arrested, something he didn't want. Medical experts who examined her found that she had a major depression disorder with psychotic features. She had nihilistic thinking when she killed the man she was caring for. She had become so mentally and physically exhausted that she believed the pair were struggling financially. She did not believe she could even afford her medicine, and believed that she was being surveilled by a camera on the roof and at train stations. This was despite the fact that the pair had nearly $200,000 in the bank, and Harold had a superannuation on top of that. She was never under investigation, not for tax evasion and not for defrauding benefits. Yet she believed that she was going to be arrested, and that killing Harold to spare him being taken into care was the right thing to do. She was clearly not coping well at all with her life in those months, and sank into severe mental illness for which Harold would pay the price. Once in custody and mental health treatment began, she began to improve. In the end, she was committed to 25 years to a mental health hospital. A committal she is not likely to see the end of, given her age. This is so tragic on both sides, and likely could have been prevented had Rhonda sought help. If someone had been there to notice the change in her personality, if someone had been regularly checking in to see that Harold was all right. This is a reminder, if you have a vulnerable person in your circle, one who must rely on the care of another. It's a reminder to check in with that person. Check in with a carer as well, especially if they're alone in that task. If you are concerned that the situation is deteriorating and needs intervention, reach out to get some help and support. Short-term respite care and day respite programs were both available in Melbourne when Harold died. It's also a reminder that if you are a carer, you do not have to do it all alone. Care work is a challenge at any time and can be thoroughly exhausting. You can't be a good carer without also caring for yourself, and so reach out. Arrange for respite regularly so that you can get a chance to recharge your own batteries and do the things you need to do to care for yourself. If you begin thinking dark thoughts, that may well be depression telling you lies. Don't ignore it. Get help. We all need it from time to time. Thank you for listening. If you're enjoying these videos and want more, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss any videos. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it.